Timing purposes, action. Whew. All right, man, we're doing this.
Made it.
We're here. Let me just double check. Yeah, looks good. All right. The world famous live rap microphone.
I've seen it many times.
Yeah, it looks like a taser.
Just never been a part of it. So.
Well, here you are. Let me zip this up.
Yeah.
So figuring it out with Paul. I seen your last video, your first video. Your first run at things.
One of my talk about you can learn a lot from a dummy. One of my first thoughts after watching it, going back and watching it,
right.
Like, man, you're just looking at all the shouldn't have done that.
Oh, we learn each one. I mean, this is the first one. I always wanted to do a podcast called Home Plate.
Right.
Mainly for music, like to just put people on home plate, let them do their thing. Didn't know that this would be the first one. So,
I don't know nothing about nothing, but you have to start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
My first video that I made it myself. Something that had, most people think about stuff like that for a long time. And, well, at least I did anyways, or do. You wonder, hey, is that something I could do? Should I? And all these questions, And apparently I really wanted to do it because I have the equipment to do so.
Right.
You find yourself collecting shit over the years, for stuff that you actually want to do, you know? And, truth be told, it's like, okay, well, I have the stuff to do it. What's holding you back,
I got the tools. It's time to build.
It's time to build. Go time is tough, man. Go time, dude, that was scary, man.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think we care so much about like what other people think?
Oh, man, that's a good question, dude.
Like, in a sense, we're like really disattached that we can put anything online and probably never even have to see these people that view these things on a daily basis.
Okay,
for sure.
We're worried about the people that we do know.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because they're the ones that work and why is that? Why is it that we're worried about the people that we do know versus the people we don't know?
Complete strangers. Yeah, I heard something the other day. It's actually crazy that like you're actually really in touch with a lot of people through social media that you never even see. Like you never even physically see these people in public, yet you're in their photo album on a daily basis.
Right.
You're tied to their life. So what I like about what you did though, let me get this door closed. Yeah. So what I kind of like about what you did was, you're just talking about like adaptation. Dude, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, my landscaper, he's very adamant about taking care of my yard. It's so crazy. Like,
because he's concerned about his yard.
Dude, if I went up there right now and told him, Gonzalo, you gotta chill, bro. Like, he'd be like, no, I'm gonna take care of this. One time,
he's worried about his bottom dollar.
Yeah, one time, dude, we're getting the kitchen, built, and then, my brother-in-law was out there painting the cabinets in the driveway, and Gonzalo comes over, and in Spanish, my brother-in-law, and I thought this was gonna be like totally different than me telling him, hey, Gonzalo, chill, man, No, my brother-in-law was telling him in Spanish. I'm thinking they're gonna click, and he's like, hey, bro, like I'm painting these cabinets, come back in a little bit. And he's like, no, I'll take care of it right now.
This is my scheduled time for this.
Yeah,
no, that's it. You paint some other time.
Yeah, you'll be fine, bro. Dead serious. Yeah, so...
That went totally opposite way that you thought I was going.
Yeah, for sure. But back to you, what you're talking about, just adjusting, adapting. I think it's very important. And on the same fact that, like, we don't ever see these people, it's actually kind of important on what we do share, and when you're sharing things like what you're going through, it's so relatable, in your video you talk about, basically just adaptation, just basically evolving with the times, and I think we all know we don't even have to speak on it, but in these last 4 years, it's been that time.
Yeah.
It's been that time. Like, if you are still stuck pre-2019, like, we don't have to go over nothing politically or anything. You don't even have to say detail. But if you're just stuck in 19, any way of working, you're by choice falling behind a curve.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe
you just want to bury your head in the sand.
Yeah, you might as well.
Because you're talking about, catastrophic events. It only takes a split second to think about what time you're talking about. I
gotta ask you this: were you in line for toilet paper?
Never.
This is like, we
Never.
may not be friends after that answer, dude. So we're on the same side. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you people out there that were in line for toilet paper, but I remember that was a real thing. So I did not. If you were in line for toilet paper, you definitely led with the wrong foot, man. Throughout the whole thing.
There should be, how they say there's two kinds of people in the world.
Yeah.
Those that waited for toilet paper and those that didn't.
Yeah.
There's so much more. Come on. If you did wait and stocked up on toilet paper, if that was your
go-to?
ground shaking catastrophe, that's what's gonna rattle you.
There was a virus stopping you from breathing, and you were worried about toilet paper.
You were worried about toilet paper.
Wow,
Come on.
really. But you know what?
I was from the era where the diaper you wore got washed in the toilet and put back on you with a safety pin.
Dude, I was cool. I was like, bro, I don't even use toilet paper. I shower.
There's so many options.
If the water would have got cut off, I'd have been panicked. I'd have been in line for water.
A problem.
I'd have been in line for
That's
water.
A problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many. Come on. There's so many other, ways to go about cleaning yourself rather than just toilet paper. Dude, that was like a society test. That was a test for all of mankind, that struggle with that. And if you were stocked up and were scared that was going to be a big challenge for you, that no toilet paper, then you lose. You have lost.
That's when I knew.
Yep.
Like, okay, it's time for me to start readjusting my whole life. And everybody's changed. I think it's a broken record just to keep repeating the narrative on how we've all had to change.
Right.
But it's also important that we encourage the change. I'm here in 2024, and in these last years, I've become an entrepreneur. I've become so much more than what I was in 19. In pre. And if I could do anything to encourage other people to just keep growing, I'm good with that. If anything I do just shows optimism or perseverance, and to show you that toilet paper isn't that big a deal.
No, it's not.
Then keep going. Find yours. I haven't found mine. And, I'll tell you when I do. I haven't.
I think we're getting there. People such as yourself. You're in that funnel of trying to figure it out for many, many reasons. The times that we live in, alone are dictating, be aware.
Be aware.
There's something going on. So if you're not, come on, like I said, if toilet paper was your big scare, come on.
Right.
Man,
so all you people with the garage full of toilet paper,
shame on
you. You're
you.
part of the problem, man.
You are the problem.
You are the problem.
There was always enough toilet paper.
Okay,
there's always enough of everything. This is America.
Do you think it was a super hustle? Do you think does this thought kind of come into your mind as soon as everybody started panicking, the people that kind of owned toilet paper were like, "Hey, watch this.
Watch this.
Of course. Let's see if we can get them.
The price of it went up.
Let's see if we can get them.
The good old supply and demand.
Man.
But
hearing those footsteps, my kids are running.
Here's the problem: if everybody would just it's panic mode. That's
mode,
the problem.
sure.
People go into panic, and they've proved just in that alone. What if it was actually something essential, necessity?
That was just a good test.
You know what happens in necessity? People die because they're trying to get to this thing that they need or they think they need.
Are there any things that you wish you were doing now in preparation? Like, I'm not panicking at all, but there's a lot of things that I wish I was doing. And man, come help me with this, guys. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I should be fishing by now. I should be hunting by now. We're talking about essential things. Like, I'm not so much in like, hey, we're going to build the bunkers.
Right.
Yeah, I turned my bunker into a studio. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like... Maybe I'm slipping. Maybe I should have 20 years worth of canned food. But what I'm saying is, like, even now, like, maybe the panic never existed, but I'm still slipping. Like, I still think when you say that word essential, like essential necessities to survive, it wasn't toilet paper.
Right.
Whatever clicked for me, what would make me budge? Yeah, it'd be water. You know.
Well, here I have a couple of statements on that. First of all, when people say, you know, currency is not going to look like a coin or a dollar bill in that case. Okay, if it does come down to that, it's not going to be coin, it's not going to be money, because you ain't going to be able to buy shit with currency. Right. Currency is going to look in the form of survival essentials, food, water, fuel. You know, that's going to be what's going to cross the counter in exchange for goods.
Right.
Secondly, we don't know if it does happen, what that's going to look like. So you can prepare all you want. You can build the biggest bunker you want. You can prepare in all forms of fashions, but guess what? When it comes down to that time, if it ever does
you ain't ready.
Happen, nobody's going to be ready because we don't even know what that looks like. So the ability to transition from day-to-day life to adapt overnight is what's going to dictate whether you're going to be able to survive that point in time.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, fishing, hunting, all those things are essential, but those are also instincts. Those are human instincts.
Right.
So, but then I say that as if, you know, there's actually people out there with some kind of sense.
Yeah.
You could drive from here to the grocery store and find out that nobody's got any kind of sense.
Right.
You know, if you can't even drive to the market without being cut off, or just, you know, just the mayhem that ensues with that.
People are the problem.
But that makes me feel good. Like, man, you know, when it comes down to it, if I could just hold off and stay away from all these idiots, you know what I mean? And, you know, survive that part, well, you know, because they're going to kill themselves. That's basically what I'm saying.
Over toilet paper.
Over toilet paper.
Over toilet paper.
So if I just have enough to get me through that initial phase, you know?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Then my instinct and survival would kick in, whatever that looks like at that time. I mean, you know, I'm just kind of shooting for the hip.
Back to currency, dude. Did you ever hear? I think it was on Joe Rogan when he talks about like a bear being currency in America, like bear grease, bear fat.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be the currency.
Literally, if you guys don't know, a male deer is called a buck.
Right.
That's where we get the term buck. Like, that's crazy. Like, that was real currency.
So we're gonna go back to the original buck, which is
or a female deer,
a doe. Yeah, you got some doe, man.
You got some doe.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Those are the things that could very well be tomorrow.
Tomorrow, for sure.
It very well. We teeter in society on chaos and just absolute, just mayhem.
I'm gonna get up and double check the camera and everything, and then I got something. All right, so we're back. I got some cold ones for us, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Yes, sir.
And the reason why it's these red cans, speaking of just all the adaptation and all the, all right, just speaking of the, all of the evolution, adaptation, and all that these last couple years, there's been an adaptation for me to have this instead of something else. I'm 2 years sober, 2 years plus.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. February, March, 2 years, no alcohol. And then right now, I am, I don't know, like 6 or 7 months, no weed. But that's gonna probably change on 420.
That's gonna reset on 420.
That might reset on 420 only because I'm performing at a show in Stockton, Burning Flowers. Thank you. Heavy lineup. Yeah, it's gonna be really dope. Blessed to be there. And I gotta say, man, sobriety. Well, I drink more of these than I ever have in life. I try to limit this to a couple times a week. Just one.
Yeah. It's such a treat, though, isn't it?
Oh, my God. Drink something besides
I
water.
found myself, like, you know,
you can get addicted.
Delving off on it. I was like, what the heck am I doing? Buying 12 packs?
Well, dude, Paulie used to walk into a party with a 12 pack. This man's, I know we all have one or two. This is the guy that walks in with his own ice chest, you know? And, dude, we kicked back a lot of beer.
Oh, man.
Dude, we have been wasted.
Oh,
man, prior to 2 years ago, if I went 10 years before that, oh, man. A lot, dude.
I can't disagree, man.
I could fill a small pond.
Right, yeah. No, and it was, you know, it's a year and, it's a year and 3 months for me, you know,
Cheers.
sober. You know, and
was the first year hard?
Not at all.
Not at all, right?
No.
They say year 7's gonna get a little hard. What do you think about that?
It all depends on the individual, man. I mean, you just said it. We drank a lot. I didn't realize until we talked several months ago about, you know, you had it's comical. It's not great, you know, but I had a character. I had a, you know what I mean?
It was a prop. It was like,
when this guy shows up, he pops his trunk, he pulls the ice chest out. He's got a bag full of snacks.
What was in there? What snacks? Tell him.
Oh, we got the baconette chicharrones, you know, the
chicharrones for days, man.
For days.
Beef jerky.
Sunflower seeds, but that was beef jerky.
Beef jerky was for sure. Man, this dude came up one time and was like, hey, man, I found this concoction. The salted beef jerky and the Bud Light. We're drinking all night, for sure.
And just, I mean, I'm not going to, like, I don't want to promote that or anything, but I used to drink a lot, and then I was able to drink even more eating that beef jerky because, you know, and it was, we've all ate a lot of beef jerky over the years.
Not like this.
This was
a problem.
This was the perfect beef jerky. What was that?
I can't remember the brand.
If you
I can see it's like Johnny silver and red. Old Trapper. Old Trapper. You heard that?
Original Old Trapper. That was my go-to.
Old Trapper and Bud Light. I think we quit Bud Light at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's another subject.
They probably at their you know, financial profits.
They took a hit, dude.
They were at their peak. You know what I mean?
We were rocking with them. I should have got it tatted, dude. Like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna be like I drank enough for a lifetime, but dude, now if I see people drinking or at a bar and I see people drunk, it just, excuse me. Yeah, if I see people drunk, man, it bothers me, dude. It bothers me.
You know, I think it bothers me more. Not that they're doing it, but that used to be me.
Yeah, it does, but at the same time, dude, I just don't like drunk people. Yeah, I knew that was me. I should have been knocked out plenty of times.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't stand drunk people, dude. Like
I never could have stand. I never have liked drunk people. Even while I was drinking, I didn't like drunk people. But if I was drunk, then I was like,
I was the coolest.
We're the best.
I'm the only exception.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to be, you know, like just chilling and, you know, maybe I'm having one of those days where like, which was rare, that I wasn't drinking and everybody else was like just hammered. It was like, man,
they're idiots. Stupid. They're idiots.
And how hypocritical is that? You know what I mean?
I don't give a shit.
But then be the guy that's mostly like that.
Yeah, like you said, it was
and seemingly everybody, you know, has a good time and they're willing to take care of you and everything.
What we thought.
Who knows what happens when all that
I was a problem, man. I was a problem, dude. I was a problem because, like, I wanted to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's the only reason why I drank.
I wanted to get fucked up.
Somebody was just telling me the other day, well, don't you think you could, like, get back to maybe just enjoying a beer or two?
No.
And I was like, why? No.
Why?
No. If I'm drinking, there's a purpose. I'm trying to bury.
Even if I thought I could, even if I was like, oh yeah, dude, I could have one. Bro, you know how many times that failed?
Every time. Every time. It never works.
Gosh damn it.
Not that I ever tried that.
Oh, I tried. Dude, the
Because-
last time I ever got fucked up was at your house. And I swore,
Imagine that.
you know, my cousin's coming from England at the time to your house, and I'm thinking, for sure I'm going to remember tonight.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm contemplating that in my head and I'm having these discussions is because I got messed up so many times before that. I'm
You're
like,
I could do it.
I'm
And
pleading,
that-
like, oh, it's a new year, it's February, like, oh, I've been good all year,
I
I'm
can
going to
do
be
this.
good. I'm going to remember tonight.
Yeah.
Boy, I remember it. I remember that fucking night, dude.
Well, you just, I don't know if you remember it, but you won't forget it.
Sheesh, dude. Yeah, so for everybody out there drinking, man, like, like I said, I get to be a hypocrite. I get to be an asshole because I was the drunk every time. Like, dude, I messed up weddings. I messed it up. I messed up my mom's birthdays. I messed up. I'm that jackass that. It's really selfish, by the way.
Yeah.
It's selfless to be sober and to be the one watching. So I promote that. But I get to talk shit because I was the jackass. I wasn't, it's not like I was just a cool casual drinker telling you guys don't drink. Nah, like, man, dude, I made the mistakes. So yeah, dude, I'm going to tell you, like, you don't drink. Nothing good comes out of it. I don't care if it's just 1, 2, you stop. Just stop.
Well, there's definitely zero health benefits to it.
0. Makes you dumb.
Yeah.
Kills you. No muscle. No, whatever. Anyways, yeah. So, cheers to the sobriety.
Yeah,
thing.
life has been good since. Life has always been good. Don't get me wrong. I'm blessed. I've been blessed my entire life. But when I decided that alcohol didn't need to be a part of my life anymore, however that came about, and that's a whole nother conversation. You're just more healthy mentally, physically. You're sharper, and you're able to take on life a little bit. A little bit better.
But tell me this, though. Maybe this can be encouraging to people battling with this. When you're sober, dude, like, life is greater, more wholesome, more fulfilling, 20 times harder.
Well, sure. Yeah, because if you tell yourself that you're going to do something, you're more inclined to follow through because, there's nothing. You're, like I said, you're crisp, you're clear-minded, you're.
There's no escape.
You're ready for the challenge. Okay? Any other time before that, I needed to do this, but, we started drinking. That was my thing. I could never get anything done because as soon as I hear that can crack, boy, the clouds parted,
Ice
the
cold,
sun came out.
Bud Light,
There was a whole thing to that, dude. And anything that was on the project plate, on the agenda, it just got, it was over.
There's a lot of things that my life changed due to not drinking, though. I just don't hang out no more, man. Like,
I think there's a transition.
I don't get
phase.
invited to barbecues no more.
Right, yeah. Well,
My kids' birthday parties suck now.
You're talking.
We were getting wasted at my
Okay,
kids'
there's
birthday.
crowds of people throughout all of society, and people that do certain things. That car guys hang out with car guys, and and people that do bird watching, they hang out with bird watchers. So
Right.
you can't commingle drinking and non-drinking. That's oil and water. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
The great thing about not drinking is that it's a challenge that is easily overcome. Well, for some that. To be a non-drinker and to show up to a drinking function because we all are still a part of those things. Some people can't do it. And if you can't do it, then don't do it is my advice. But for me, you could sit here and drink, smoke, you could shoot up, whatever you want to do. Right in front of me. It's not going to affect me none. It does not tug at my desire to be high or to be out of my mind whatsoever. You can drink all you want.
Right.
And I just feel that when I want to drink, I'm going to drink.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink.
Right.
There's not a sliver of desire in my body that says drink.
Yeah.
I drank enough. I had my fun.
Yeah, I hear that.
I did all the things, and the outcome was same every single time.
That's
Every
what's
single
scary. That's what's scary.
Yet,
What is the what do they say? Your insanity.
it's called insanity. Yeah, not doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. Tell me that is not the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
But the difference is it's really fun on your way to that insanity. It's really fun. You know, because getting drunk is always fun.
Yeah.
Getting there. But
being
drunk, which is the result of getting drunk, is not so much fun. I mean, you know, in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, very true. So I adhere to sobriety.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Whether you need a program, whether you just need to be by yourself, whatever. Man, my hat's off to anybody struggling with it. My hat's off to anybody that's conquering it. Man, just don't give up. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. I actually learned a great saying from my boy Edgar. Shouts to Gonzalez Detailing.
Shout out to Edgar.
Refund your misery. So he said...
I love that. I felt we'll gladly refund your...
I love that saying.
I love it, dude. That's awesome.
As soon as you break... alcohol and the people that have your sport, we will happily, gladly refund you your misery.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so powerful.
Yeah, if you can't stay sober, then misery is just there waiting for you.
Here it is. We'll give it right back to you.
Go for it. Yeah, I'm proud of that guy, man. I'm glad to know him and his story and everything he's been through.
Oh yeah.
And how strong he's holding it down.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, it's cool because he's 3 years, I'm 2 years, you're 1 year. It's a trickling effect.
Yeah.
You know, it's a domino effect. You know, you impact your whole entire surroundings. You know,
and so you just answered your own question. You know, this is our new,
identity.
Yeah, people like that. You know, and we have the stories to share, about how we used to and how we don't, and how life has thrown new challenges at us and how we overcome them. Versus, hey man, you just want to hit the bar.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, dude. As soon as I say you want to hit the bar, dude, I think about all the time.
I like to go play pool, man. That's the thing.
Man.
The other day I went to the bar.
Riding from bar to bar
on the Harley, it's the best. Oh, drunk, dude. Drunk in the freaking summer, dude. I'm a guy that's the shirt's coming off on the Harley, dude.
Man!
If there wasn't a helmet law, there would be no helmet, dude. I'm shirtless.
Yeah.
Fucking smashing from bar to bar, dude.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Sunburnt, just blasted, just. I mean, you're just in one with the bike.
So I've heard, anyways.
Yeah, I'm not promoting that at all, dude. But that was really fun. Like the other day, I went to the pool. I went to Coast and shot some pool. And, dude, literally walked in, got a cup of Coke and a water. She didn't even charge me. She was like, oh, yeah, no. She thought I was going to stay. She thought I was just warming up.
We got the bottle over here when you're ready.
Put a couple of dollars in the pool table and bounced, dude. Went, left her a $5 tip. Like, she was just like, that's it. Yeah, we're out, man. Nice. So I spent $7, $8.
You can't do that anywhere.
Dude, that was one drink.
You can't do that anywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got some good pool.
That's a good.
Again, dumbasses, drunk, trying to crowd. I'm just like, dude. Anyways.
Yeah, that's the downside.
Yeah, it is the downside, man. But you and I, we've talked about an idea. And I'm going to put this out there, man. I'm not going to give the name or nothing. But Stockton, I'm coming for you, man. I'm going to create a sober saloon, man. We've talked about something like that. I'm not going to give the name, the details. If one of you guys create this without me, just invite me. But we need a place like that. So we'll work on that. Dude, crazy because identity changed everything. Dude, I don't even mention alcohol in my music anymore.
Because it's not you. It's not part of who you are anymore.
Like, so that's how much you shed that.
Yeah. All those things just kind of just trickle off, They just kind of go their own way.
They really do. So, clear-minded, working on adjusting, adaptation, evolution. What's next for you? As far as, you have one business.
And that is that's a full-time job in itself.
More than full-time, right?
Because it's stress related, when things aren't going so well, and we've talked about all the other haulers in town, and everybody with a pickup and a trailer can do what I do and don't have to be licensed, insured, and all this other and they can charge less.
What's your Instagram so people can find you?
Instagram is Holler at Paul.
Holler at Paul.
Holler at Paul.
That's a cool name, but it's Holler, like, you know, Hall,
Yeah.
Hall, H-A-U-L.
H-A-U-L-E-R P-A-U-L.
Holler at Paul. Yeah. No.
A-T. Not
Oh, yeah.
not the app.
Holler, A-T.
A-T. So
Paul.
Holler A-T Paul. Well, I just confused everybody on that one.
Oh, they'll figure it out.
Anyways, yeah, that's we're gonna keep that going regardless of good times or not, and then like we talked about in the beginning, my first video, you know, and man, boy, I could talk on for hours on that. You know, that's scary. I ain't gonna lie, man, that was scary to do. I'm putting myself out there for the world, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty private person.
Right.
You know, so even doing this, thinking, man, you know, people are gonna see
gonna
this.
see this,
They're gonna
man.
say, man, look at this idiot. You know,
What's up, son? Want to come say what's up to the camera?
No,
All right.
I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty? Want some soda?
No.
So,
Dad, there's orange juice here.
Okay, go. Can you go tell Sissy to hook you up?
No.
Oh, well, I'll be up there after this. How about that?
No.
you want some soda, dude?
Oh, hell no.
Oh hell no, he said.
You're on camera, dude. Everybody can see you on YouTube. Come say what's up to YouTube.
Come say what's up to the world. So yeah, anyways, that little that video, you know, like I said, you know, if it's ever something, and this is my advice to anybody that wants to do that, you know, and trust me, I drug my feet long enough for that, you know, and when I did it, I could have drug my feet even longer. I just woke up that morning,
So we're doing it.
and I said, it's gonna happen. Well, not even that. I went out there, you know, because I'm still dragging my feet, sitting out there drinking my coffee. It was a beautiful morning. Eat my breakfast, you know, and I did take the camera with me, you know, just because I've recorded, I made a couple videos, but I was like, delete, you know, that was boo, whatever. Well, that day, I just said, you know what?
We're doing it.
I'm going to do it. And, you know, the great thing about doing that was
Or what?
it got me past whatever it was that I was holding me up.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how good or bad it was, okay, there's the first
Why
one.
is this
You
in
pulled the
here?
trigger.
I pulled the trigger.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Why is this in here?
Son, that's a microphone.
For
And the camera's recording us. For YouTube. Say what's up, world.
what? No!
Say my name is... What's your name?
No,
All right.
I'm
No.
not gonna tell it.
Why not?
Cause,
You can just tell everybody what's up.
no.
Where are you at right now?
I'm gonna switch batteries on this camera. Is that cool?
Yeah. We're getting bombarded right now.
Dad, I don't want these things in here.
Son, we're working, son.
But I don't want to.
We're working.
But I don't want this. I don't want this.
All right, man. So we covered some good stuff today. Fatherhood.
Yeah.
Fatherhood. You see that? Damn kids.
Yeah. That's a great topic right there. I love that they came in here and they're, you know,
Yeah, it's really good, man.
those kids here, they crack me up, man. There's something else.
Yeah, they. I just want to give them a really honest life. You know, I just want dad to be real to them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I had a lot of stuff growing up that wasn't real, and it wasn't bad. Beautiful, but that's my perspective on it. That's
I'm
my
not
perspective.
surprised to hear you say that because of who you are. You're a great dad. They have a great father, and you know your outlook on life is phenomenal.
That's what I'm
Like,
going for.
you know, I've told people, man, that guy could have went either way. And who you are today is it's awesome. It's awesome to know you. I'm glad to know you, and yeah, you're an amazing father. So
Appreciate it. I had some good, you know, I had some good influences. I did. You know, like yourself. You know,
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I had enough people to look at and then also enough people to look out for me.
Or you had enough people not to want to be like.
Yeah, no,
we
for
all
sure.
have those.
I
never want to be like
examples.
that.
I had the good examples on both spectrum. Both
Well,
sides
I
of the
think
spectrum.
just the fact that you say, this should speak to your character and your perspective. That you'll say, I had good examples versus, sometimes, because that's a, two-sided coin. Like, I looked at life like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. I
Right.
don't want to be like that. And I don't want to be like that. Where I don't think I looked at it like you did. Like, I have, like, maybe I didn't have them.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I think there was a lot of defining moments for me, but all in all, man, I mean, like where I'm at right now, especially as a father, man, I don't know that I would change things for sure looking back,
You know what that says? That says that you're happy with where you're at and who
I'm just
you are.
grateful, man.
That's a great
I'm grateful,
attitude to
dude.
have, man.
I'm
I wouldn't
grateful.
change anything in my life right now.
Just grateful.
I mean, because I'm still here, and I am blessed. I mean, I have great things. I'm rich in that regard. I have great family. I wouldn't change anything either.
Right,
Have I had some hard times? Well, of course, we all have.
Yeah, for sure.
But those
Choose not to dwell on them.
Yeah.
And that's one thing too. I think not letting those negative experiences, not letting those pull you to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's righteous. Like you said, I could have went either way. I mean, we all could have.
We all have
could've.
enough excuse in growing up. We've all had enough heartache to say, you know what, F it, I'm just gonna be
Right.
I'm just gonna go that way. I'm
gonna go that
continue that that trend or that whatever it is.
But I feel like if we don't, guys like you and I, man, this sort of guy. I feel like if we don't, somebody's looking.
Absolutely,
Somebody's
your
looking.
kids,
Your
mostly.
kids are looking.
That's the deciding time where you say, hey, do I want to continue this cycle of, whatever it is, whatever that cycle is. And most for us, it's of not a habit, but addiction.
Yeah.
There's those. At some point, you say, hey, I don't want my kids to do this.
Right.
And so when we have our kids, or shortly before, it's like, hey, I want to break these cycles.
Do you know what's crazy too? We're two people. Maybe our generations cross. But dude, I think growing up in this city alone, dude, that's crazy enough.
Did you hear on my first ever video?
Yeah.
It said you can't. I'm happy. It's hard to tell sometimes. Well, that's
Stockton did that.
Stockton did that, man.
Dude,
I think there's a
podcast-
lot of good people here, and I think myself is one of them. But you got to get past those layers that
get calloused here, man.
Yes, that has caused me to be callous in this town, man. This is a brutal place to grow up, man.
Dude.
There's some.
The last podcast I listened to,
gnarly folks here.
Right. The last podcast I listened to was Joe Rogan when he had this guy named, I think it's Chris Rufo. Mm-hmm. My boy told me the other day, yo, you gotta hear this podcast. He talks about Stockton in it in the last 10 minutes. He wasn't lying. I had to listen to the whole podcast.
Just to get the last 10 minutes.
Dog, he literally said, like, I mean, dude, this guy's a genius. Whatever he does, I think it's Chris Rufo, I believe. If I got it wrong, my bad. But he's literally, I mean, Joe puts geniuses on there. He analyzed the nation, the world, very accurately. And in the last 10 minutes, dude.
Dedicated to Stockton?
He literally said something
that can't be good.
Like, yeah, people growing up in places, I think he said like Baltimore and then Stockton.
Right.
Dude, on a world scale. You think about it, like Joe Rogan obviously maybe has the biggest platform in the world.
Absolutely.
He knows of Stockton from Nate Diaz, for sure.
Right.
For this guy.
But it was known before then.
It was.
Not in a good way.
Yeah. So I think I do want to represent, I do want to shed light, I do want to be, like you were saying, there's good people here.
Absolutely.
And I want to be part of that crowd. I want to be part of that
yes, yes, absolutely.
crowd. You know, so
It's I think most people do, but then you walk out your house and you know, survival kicks in, and you put this shell around you of like, oh, I gotta make it through the town to get to the grocery store, or whatever.
that, just like stigma alone. Like, I think just because you're from here, like, you have an excuse, you have a reason to be hard. You know, it's everywhere.
Well,
I once heard Stockton is a city where the rich eats right next to the poor. Like, every part of this city can get real. You know what I'm saying? I've lived in Brookside before for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived in Brookside. So.
Yeah, they don't discriminate in this town no matter what side. It's not like, oh, that side of town. Oh, no. It's just Stockton
everywhere.
in general.
It's everywhere.
They group Stockton, and it's negativity just as a whole.
It is, and we're out here repping for the good.
It's a small town, and I think
really
that's
small,
why,
man.
Like, you can, I think one of the reasons why it has the reputation that it does is because, if there's, if you have enemies out there, you can cross paths with the enemies a couple times in one day.
Yeah.
Just running around, running errands, just trying to get your daily grind, whatever that means, just trying to get things done. Grocery shopping.
Yeah.
It can turn out deadly because it's such a small town. You and your enemy both shop at the same grocery store.
It's a little Wild West.
Yeah. So, we didn't do ourselves any favors by being such a, just such a,
We got an attitude about us, but I think we're, guys like us, and many people out there.
Well, you know what? What is great is, guys my age, my generation age, I see them now, and all that stuff, it's just all put in the past.
Right. If
If
you make it that far,
if you've made it this far, you're like, thank God I'm still alive.
Let's just go for another year.
Let's just forget about all that.
Let's go for another one.
Forget about it. So it's just all in the past, and you move on, and you just, I mean, obviously for the majority of, my generation, we're just thankful. We're just family people, you know what I mean? I'm a family man. I've always been a family man.
I'm chilling.
I think that for the most part, everybody was.
Yeah.
But, you piss the right guy off or the wrong guy, and then, his family, he's just fighting for his family.
One day, dude, we got to go in depth with your dad and get his side of the city.
Yeah.
What brought you guys here?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what got my family here. I don't know. I think I need to do that. I think I need to do some research, man. I did barely meet my real dad until I'm 31 years old. That's when I met him. So I don't know why I got here, but you guys have
There's
a distinct one. We're gonna have to go over that because that deserves its own segment. On its own.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to cover that. So
Yeah.
be ready for that, man. His family, Filipino.
Yes.
Filipinos in Stockton have a
very rich history.
Here. So look
This was
forward
like
to
the hub
that.
back
And
in
you
the
want to
day.
work on that, right? You said you are progressing towards more interview type things,
Right.
documenting some of your family.
I have this
Rich history.
This embedded desire to know the history of not just not just my family, but when I'm talking to somebody and
Right.
they start talking, I'm like, I want to know why. I ask these crazy questions like, the whys. Like, I realize ever since I've been a kid,
Inquisitive.
Just why.
Yeah.
I was probably just that annoying kid that always asks why. Well, here I am now, as an adult, still asking the same question, but hopefully get some good use out of it.
Yeah, definitely. We're looking forward to that. So definitely keep pushing towards that.
I appreciate that.
Tell people where to reach you, man. On YouTube, this is the new embarkment for you.
My YouTube is it's new to me, so it's Rondo P.
Okay.
Canonigo Rondo, one of this either or. I'm not sure about the handle or the.
We'll check it out. I'll drop the link in here for you guys.
Yeah.
So we're definitely looking forward.
I'm surprised that my one little video that I made the other day, I thought for sure by now day 3 or 2 that I might have 2 views. Well, it's up near 100. I'm like,
hell yeah!
I don't even know that many people. What's going on here? How do they know? People have texted me, hey, that was
it's not like you
cool.
promoted it on Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't. No, I mean, again, this goes back to man. I'm all scared about this stuff. I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing. I'm a pretty private person, like I said. But yet, I took that step, and internet. I don't know. I really don't know how.
Go figure.
But yeah, we'll. it's something that I've come to learn that I want to do, and it has nothing to do with not selfishly or anything. It's just something, I have these questions. I have family members that I need to dig into the history of my family, and I'm curious about your family, and anybody I sit down with, man, I just ask all the right questions, I guess.
Communicating.
Yeah, and so I have found that there's so many questions there that I ask that I can't remember it all.
Right.
So what do? Well, you either write it down or you record it. So that in turn led me to want to record, because there's so much information there about, where everybody's families come from, that you just, the best thing to do is put it on film.
There's something dope about this generation, man. Getting people to talk on camera and then recording it. I mean, dude, there's guys that have podcasts or vlogs on YouTube, literally going in there's that one, they're always in Phoenix, Tales of the Streets or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I find myself watching it just because it's people. Like, I'm not sitting there judging them. I don't know how much empathy I have towards them. It's not, I'm not in the comments, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. It does bring emotions out, but I'm just there for, people. Them people, for one, they got balls. They're telling you their story, but dude, people are just, I think that's how people progress. I think that's how, since the beginning of time, it's talking.
Right.
Because in this segment, or any segment, you hope to just take, one thing away from it. Something good,
Well, this whole internet thing, how there's two sides of it. Obviously there's great things about the internet, and then there's some deep dark things about the internet. And so with that being said, I think that I've always said that social media is actually anti-social.
Oh, for sure.
And because it is. When you think about it, everybody's like this. We ever walk down the street, you look at everybody, and they're on the phones. They're not even watching where they're going. That they're not socializing. That's antisocial.
Yeah.
So it's not social media, it's antisocial media. And I believe that ever since I, learned about social media. So what we're doing, I think, is the opposite of that. We're trying to reach people. We're talking. We're saying, hey, check it out. Join us in this conversation. I think that's
bring me a good conversation.
Yeah. I think that's what my answer to what's next. I think I have this I guess I have this desire to fight back that anti-social media, because I hate it.
Yeah.
Even though I find myself a part of it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That is not, we're going to look back 30, 40 years from now and go, oh yeah, that was the generation where
big mistake. Yeah.
But it was all bad. So this is me, combating that, saying, hey, I'm not with that. I want to do something. So here it is. So we have to use the same tools, fighting fire with fire, basically. Mm-hmm. We use the same tools that they have, but we're fighting back, saying, hey, we're not going to use that, for antisocial reasons. We're going to say, hey, I'm a person. I'm scared. There's things that I do that I'm not, that I'm scared to do, and, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And basically just filleting ourselves, to society, and, and it goes back to why this could be difficult for some people, especially for somebody like me.
Yeah, you set yourself on fire, the world will come watch you burn.
How crazy is that? Yeah, like this. Check this out.
Yeah.
Can you get a can of water? No. Then we're gonna watch it burn to the very end.
Yeah. We're gonna watch.
Yeah, brutal.
We're waiting for this to fail.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's kind of this is my way of fighting back. There's a part of me also, that we talked about, 4 years ago, the catastrophic events that have happened, not just globally, or not just locally, but globally, with all this is my frustration. This is my pushback to all that, I don't like what happened. I don't like what you've done. I'm frustrated. I got it,
Let's get back.
Instead of just, taking it out, I want to take my frustration and my anger out in healthy ways.
Yeah, healthy ways.
You know what I mean? I want to fight back. So I think this is a form of that. Because, hey, before 4 years ago, no. Let me just, Just give me my 12 pack,
I'm
my
good.
beef jerky,
I'm
my
coasting.
chicharrones, and I'm good. Leave me alone, you know?
I'm more coasting, man.
Oh man, life is so different from then, you know, and I'm sure we'll touch on that again because that goes on. And but if you could just imagine, you know, then till now, it's only been, you know, three or four short years.
Let's say 2, because it took 2. It took 2
to
to kind
as
of.
short as 2 years. 2 years
You
was
know,
the actual.
2, we were kind of
Yeah.
still in it, like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's been that short a time, and yeah, I'm mad, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, all these things. And what do? We live in a really, really, really strange society now. You know, with all this technology, and you know, this is all foreign to me.
This is voodoo.
But yet I'm tackling it, man.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down with a camera in front of my face, trying to vent somehow my frustrations, trying to take out what the world has done to me and throw it back in its face, going, but I want to, you know, if this can help somebody somehow.
Right. I think in a sense, because we're bombarded with people using these same tools for ill.
For games, strictly games.
Strictly game.
Yeah, yeah. And it
Stepping on
turns in-
everybody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Stepping on everybody else. So, yeah.
That's
there's
not
been a
my
turn of a lot of people that are using these same tools for good.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
what draws me in.
That's why we're here.
That's what draws me in.
Yeah, that's why. And, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I woke up one day and it was like, I got this great idea to attack the world via the internet. No.
Right.
It starts with a little itty bitty desire. You know, it
Yeah.
starts with a frustration. It starts with hurt. It starts with things that, you know, and you're like, well, how do I, you know, and then all of a sudden I drop a video the other day and, you know.
Yeah.
And then look, now here we are.
Number 2.
And I'm just trying to put my 2 cents in, you know, saying, hey, you know, I have something to give. Whatever, hey, maybe
Yeah.
only one person on planet Earth even gets
Right.
anything out of it.
Right.
Well, you know what?
Mission accomplished.
If I didn't do it at all, then that one person wouldn't have even been affected. So,
Right.
yes, mission accomplished.
Yep. I hear you. Oh, I'm with you on this
If
journey.
any of that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on this journey. We're looking forward to, you know, your endeavors.
Right.
I also have mine. I want the home plate. I want artists right here, good people like yourself. I got people that I need right here, you know, because I want to hear life too.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I look forward to what you got going on, and that
So-
as a whole, that's awesome what you got going on.
So-
I can't, yeah.
I got some shows coming. I got a big show coming up, 420. I'm at Price Ellis 209 on Instagram. That's my main hub. I'm looking forward to more of this. So,
Yeah.
you know, went that on a good note. I think we covered some great stuff just to get the ball rolling. I didn't expect this to be number 1, but hey, we were here and said let's
We
do
did it again.
Yeah, so
we just
here
said,
we are.
pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger. Honestly, I don't even know how all this is going to edit, how it's going to work out.
I'm looking forward to it.
Technical difficulties got us out of the main studio, so
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
right here with the taser.
Back up.
Well, all right, man. So, look, good luck on your endeavors, man.
Thanks
looking
for having
forward
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. And we'll definitely catch up.
Absolutely. Cool.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate you.